everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria Montefusco and I'm a lover of all things when it comes to makeup, beauty, fragrance, and all of that fun stuff. And today is going to be the Ariana Grande fragrance Smackdown. So I do not have all of Ariana Grande's fragrances, actually far from that. Currently I own 3, so I thought it would be fun today to go over these fragrances. 2 of these are actually first impressions because they're decants from Royalty Scents, and compare it to my Ariana Grande fragrance Love that I currently have a full size of in my collection, and also talk a little bit about the Ariana Grande fragrance that I did not like. So if you are interested in this Smackdown video, then please keep on watching. All right, so first we're gonna start off with Thank You Next. So this is considered a fruity floral gourmand according to Fragrantica. So the top notes are raspberry, pear, mid notes, coconut and rose, base of macarons and musk. I love gourmands. I love fruity. Rose, florals, those are a little bit scary to me, but I'm willing to give it a try. So I've heard that this fragrance kind of smells like pickles, like pickle juice. I really hope that isn't true, but I know they came out with like a V2 that apparently doesn't smell like pickle juice, but that's not the one that I got. The one that Royalty Scents had available was the V1. So by the way, this is not sponsored. I pay for my Royalty Scents subscription myself, but every month I pay for 4 fragrance decants to come into my collection, and I try them, and normally I make a video about them. So this is one of the ones I got in the month of, I think, September. So it's been a while, it's been in my collection. I have not tried it, have not put my nose to it, but I'm worried it's gonna smell like pickle juice, but I really hope it doesn't because the notes do sound nice. So let's give it a try. I'm not really getting pickle juice, so that's good. I'm definitely getting the fruitiness and the sweetness. Pear is very clearly in there. You do get the powderiness from the coconut, and you do have that underlying sweetness, but like I couldn't say, ooh, that's like macaron, or ooh, that's raspberry, or oh, there's rose in there, you know? It is relatively well blended, I think. But yeah, the pear and the coconut, very easy to pick out. I like this. I could see myself wearing this. To me, this is very young because of how like sweet and fun and gourmand it is. But you know, fragrance doesn't have an age, fragrance doesn't have a gender. You wear what you want, when you want, all of that. So this is not to say like, oh, you can't wear this if you're older. No, you can wear whatever you want. But to me, it's giving me younger vibes. It's giving me very playful. Which, you know, I'm in my early 20s, so I want younger vibes. I want playful vibes. I can deal with the mature stuff like later on in life, you know? Like the mature fragrances. I'm not into that right now, but I'm into this. Yeah, this is very pleasant. It's very sweet, very non-offensive. I think this would be great for spring and summer. I think it could work for fall and winter as well, although I don't see it working as well. But I'll definitely try this on my skin in the month of October and then talk about this in the fragrance roundup. Or actually, excuse me, not the fragrance roundup, the product roundup. Basically every month at the end of the month, I talk about all the products I tried, including perfumes I tried on my skin, and I rank them. So this will be in that video, as well as some like makeup products, things like that. So yeah, this is pleasant. I don't love it. I don't think for me it would be full bottle worthy, at least not right now. Just like smelling it on this card, but I do think it's pleasant. I'm not getting notes of pickle juice, which is great. So Thank You Next, I personally do like. So next up, another fragrance I've never tried before, we have R.E.M, and this is considered an amber vanilla. So we have top notes of zephyr, caramel, salt, fig, and quince, mid notes of lavender and pear blossom, base notes of musk, tonka bean, and sandalwood. These notes do sound really appealing to me. I love gourmand notes, so I love caramel, I love fruits. I do like tonka bean, I like sandalwood. I don't know what zephyr is, I'm not sure what that is. I do like some saltiness in my fragrances too, like Olympia by Paco Rabanne, that's very salty, I do enjoy that. Lavender, pear blossom, florals always kind of scare me, but we'll see what I think of this one. So R.E.M, let's give it a try. Whew, this is interesting. I don't own anything like this in my collection. To me, this is more masculine. Like this, like Thank You Next was very feminine, very feminine. This to me is more unisex, maybe even leaning a little bit masculine. I was not expecting that from Ariana Grande, like at all. Wow. I get a lot of muskiness, I get a lot of woodiness, I get a bit of powderiness, a hint of sweetness, but not a ton. This is interesting. I like it. I'll have to try it on my skin to know like if I'm gonna keep the decant. But on the card, it's really unique to anything I have in my collection. Again, just smelling it off the card, I'm not in love with it. So right now I would say not full bottle worthy for me, but that my mind could change. This is very interesting. I was not expecting it to smell like this, but I'm not mad at it at all. Wow. That is a lot more complex and unisex and unique than I expected. So R.E.M. is a surprise. At least to me, it was very much a surprise. So if you're into more unisex, woody, powdery, musky kind of scents with just a little hint of sweetness, I think that could be for you. I'm gonna try it on my skin and of course give you all my thoughts during my review roundup. And then the last fragrance I have to sniff today is one I have a full bottle of. And this is R.E. by Ariana Grande. Normally it has a pom-pom, but it was kind of getting annoying, so I took the pom-pom off. This fragrance I love. I've had this fragrance since I was in high school, so this fragrance has been in my collection for a long time. And as you can see, I've made quite the dent in here. I would say I have used probably 60-70% of this fragrance. And what size do I have here? I have the 1.7 ounce. So I don't have the big boy, but I have the smaller bottle. So this is a really good fragrance. And if you want to know notes, I can tell you those. So this is also considered a floral fruity gourmand. We have top notes of raspberry, pear, and grapefruit, mid notes of vanilla, orchid, lily of the valley, and rose, base notes of marshmallow, musk, and woody notes. I am shocked that there's rose in here because normally I hate rose, but I love this fragrance. To me, this fragrance is very effervescent, young, fun, fruity, sweet, just interesting. I love this scent. So I'll spray it on the card, but I already know I love this because I've had this for so long. Yep, very sweet, very bubbly, very young, very fruity, but a little bit floral. And then you get that sweetness. This is lovely. This is so lovely. This was the first perfume she ever released, and I think out of all the ones I've tried, this is my favorite. I just really enjoy this scent, and you know, it's relatively inexpensive, and the bottle's really cool, and it's just like a win-win-win for like everybody. So if you like your florals, well, not really florals, if you like fruity and gourmand kind of fragrances with just a hint of floral, even if you're afraid of florals like I am, I think you might like this because just those fruity notes really come out, the sweetness really comes out, the dry down is lovely, it's just so like plush and marshmallowy and vanilla-y and just like, but it had a little bit of depth in there from that woodiness. It's lovely. So this scent, I love R.E. And then lastly, I want to talk about a fragrance that I don't have anymore, and this is Cloud by Ariana Grande. So I had a decant of this from Royalty Scents. I wore it for a while. I didn't just like spray it on the card, was like and like, you know, toss it. I actually wore it on my skin probably like at least 5 or 6 times. And from that, I just realized that that kind of fragrance isn't for me. To me, it's like a sweeter version of Baccarat Rouge 540 from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, which I did not like, and neither does my boyfriend. We both think that Baccarat Rouge smells like Band-Aids. It's very medicinal, just very like, it's very choking and too strong and too heavy and just too much, too burnt. It's just not a pleasant scent for us. So to me, Cloud is a very much less expensive and more pleasant version of Baccarat Rouge 540. But again, there was just something about it that would give me a headache. It was just something about it that was cloying, something about it that was medicinal. Again, kind of smelled like Band-Aids. I'm not really sure what Band-Aids smell like, but to me, it smells like Band-Aid. It's very weird. So Cloud is just really not for me. So if I had to rank the scents, I would say Cloud is my least favorite. And then let's try R.E.M. and Thank You Next again. Yeah, so I'd say Cloud is my least favorite, then Thank You Next, then R.E.M., and then R.E. Keep in mind, I haven't tried R.E.M. and Thank You Next on my skin yet, so those rankings could change. But as of right now, those are my rankings for the Ariana Grande fragrance Smackdown. So I know this was a quick video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I always enjoy making fragrance videos like this. I love fragrances, been getting really into them. And then I really enjoy like comparing fragrances from a brand. I think that's really fun just to see what kind of vibe they have, or see if I like the brand, see if I don't like the brand, that kind of thing. And I think Ariana Grande is a brand that I do enjoy. So with that, if you like this video, please like this video. It helps me know what kinds of videos you'd like to see on my channel. It also helps out with the YouTube algorithm. If you like me, please subscribe. I'd love to have you all here, and I post 2 to 3 times a week about all things beauty, fragrance, and makeup. So it's a fun time over here. And if you have anything to comment down below, any comments on any of these fragrances, if you own them, tried them, anything like that, or if you have any fragrance recommendations, I'd love to hear it. I'm a gourmand lover. I love fruity fragrances. I love vanillas. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know what kinds of fragrances I enjoy. So any recommendations, let me know. And with that, thank you for watching this video and spending a part of your day with me, and I will see you all next time. Bye.